So I just got back from being a instructor, which probably looks like it's going to be a permanent thing, I hope. The Modern Day Night Project. And there's a lot of shit talking about this thing. And there's probably going to be some shit talking in the comments of this video, and I don't really care. You guys are just dumb if you don't get it. Here's the deal. This is and we've talked about this in the podcast. The project is not all the dragging your dick through the mud, having instructor Steve yell at you and having instructor Ray, bend you over his knee and spank you like a little boy that you are because you're not being the man that you're supposed to be. That's what this gets shown on social media. But I learned something. This past class 016, and congratulations to the men who graduated that class. It's very well deserved. Horrible conditions, very rough 75 hours. But that's not where the work is done. That's the work to get men to be honest with themselves. And I learned something there. There's a phase in the project where we have to come to grips with the trauma and the worst things that have ever happened to ourselves. And this is what holds people back. This is why they self-sabotage. This is why you lose weight and then you gain it back. This is why you start something and then you stop something. This is the reason why you can't be disciplined. And every time you want to change something, whether it's addiction to porn, women, drugs, alcohol, gambling, it doesn't matter what it is. This is the reason why you can never break free from it. Because you have some trauma in your life that you're not dealing with. You have trauma in your life that you're not dealing with. And until you deal with that trauma, you will constantly self-sabotage. You'll get a little bit and then you'll backslide and fall back. You'll get a little bit and you'll backslide and fall back. You have to deal with your shit. And this is what I learned sitting around there. We're sitting around with the last 13 guys that are essentially going to graduate. This is hours in. They're broke off. They have no more fight in them. They're just on autopilot. You're just literally, your brain is just like, my body's here, my soul is gone, and I'm on autopilot until we get to this graduation dinner. And that's kind of where you have to get. But because of that right there, they get to become honest with themselves. And I'm not going to share everything. What I am going to share that shocked me to my core, and I'm part of that statistics, is 1 in 3 men are physically abused as a child. 1 in 3 men is physically abused, and that's me. I fall into that from the time I was 4 years old to 11 years old, on and off. I was physically abused by a stepfather. Neither here nor there. It's dealt with. Did you know that 1 in 3 men? What? It's wild. 1 in 4 men is sexually abused as a child. 1 in 4 men is sexually abused. And I couldn't believe it. And my wife had told me that. My wife had told me that majority of men have been sexually abused, more than you think. And I was like, there's no way. There's just no way. So I'm sitting around this table of all these men, including the instructors, and I start hearing the worst shit that has ever happened to them in their life. And I'm counting how many people are in the room. And I'm counting that statistics. And I'm like, holy shit, it's correct on both sides. And you can imagine, we're all in tears. We're all in tears talking about the worst things that have ever happened to us and how they've changed us and how they changed our perception and how they create limiting beliefs that we can never achieve this certain thing because this thing happened. And we're stuck and we're in pain. And this is the reason why we sabotage our lives. And the reality is you'll never get past it unless you work on it. Unless you get past it. You will start something, you will fail. And this is the reason why men continuously sabotage themselves. And the reason why when guys get into the Agoge, they're like, man, I've started something and I've stopped it. I've started something and I stopped it. And then I've worked with a trainer and I've lost 50 pounds and I gained 40 pounds. When we get in there, we start talking about these different things. What is the root cause? What is the cause? I don't want to treat the symptom. I want to go to the root. I want to snuff out the fucking cause. So, man, I'm challenging you this, and I'll do a lot of challenges. I'm always challenging men. I challenge you to dig down deep and really think about the worst shit that's ever happened to your life. And I want you to analyze it. I want you to go, is this the thing that's holding me back? Is this the thing that I'm scared of? Am I scared of this thing that happened to me and I don't want to talk about it? I don't want to get help because it's embarrassing and it affects my ego and affects my pride. But what if that thing is the one thing that you need to break free from to have a better marriage, to be more physically fit, to make more money, to be the best father, to be the best husband? What if that's the one thing that's holding you back? Man, wouldn't it be nice to just get that fucking weight off your shoulders? It's like a fucking huge chain locked up around your neck and around your shoulders and your chest, just slowly squeezing you. Break free from it, man. Go get the help that you need to get out of that, to break free so that you can break through the glass ceiling. You can stop self-sabotaging, stop being average, and be the fucking man you're supposed to be. I know it fucking hurts. I get it, man. Fucking, I've lived it, man. I've lived it to where I self-sabotage. I leaned into my vices. I seeked pleasure because it was a momentary break from that pain. Don't run from it. Run to it. Run to it. Somebody said in the Agoge mentorship group the other day, like, there's a storm coming. There's a difference in a buffalo and a cow. The buffalo runs into the storm, heads it straight on, because it's gonna be painful. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But he runs right through that storm and he gets to the other side. The cow runs from the storm. Therefore, he's always being chased by the storm. It's always right behind him, and he never makes any progress. He's just running from a storm. Lean into it. Lean into the pain. Break free from it. Be the man you're supposed to be. If you need help, click the link below. Or go to the project. I'll see you there. Never quit. Never surrender. Always forward. See you guys in the next video.